Hello everyone, it's Mike Levin, SEO in Inwood, New York City, and I'm starting my Code with Mike Fridays, and I'm at the end of having done YouTube submits of my previous videos, so I close out of that. That's how little I use this here in between Fridays. And so now I see I have two upgrade possibilities facing me. A paid upgrade from ScreenFlow from whatever I'm on to 5. So let's see, ScreenFlow. About ScreenFlow, I'm on 4.5.2 and they are offering me batch export, new actions, new transitions, new export and publishing options, and now even iOS recording capability. So that's kind of interesting. I'm going to be able to record things on an iOS screen as a screen capture. Oh, iTunes wants to tell me something. Okay, there's a new version of iTunes available, 12.0.1, and I had that little panel saying upgrade to Yosemite, free upgrade, and you could either skip or hit learn more. So I hit learn more, and here I'm being faced with a Yosemite upgrade offer in the Apple Store, and it has star reviews. It's got 3 stars out of 5, which is amazing. Apple's own rating system allows customers to, in aggregate, say, yeah, you can upgrade, but it's not such a great thing. But I do have two Macs, two Mac laptops. They're both MacBook Airs. They're just one generation apart. One has the illuminated keyboard and Maverick installed, and that's the one I'm using here. You can tell by the Maverick background. The other is still on, I think, 10.8 before that big, significant operating system upgrade a year or two ago. And I yielded to that on one MacBook Air and resisted on the other. So since I'm in for a penny, well, in for a penny, in for a pound is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, let's go ahead and get that. What are those options? Oh, interesting. You just hit get. You got to put in your password. Okay, sometimes I forget which password they want, my hardware local password or my cloud, my Apple Cloud login. They keep changing the name of it. It was my at mac.net, I think it was, or .com, I forget. But then it became at me and .something com, and then now it's at iCloud. So Apple keeps going through these, email addresses, which are like the true Mac or Apple account email addresses that get used for tying to billing, recurring billing, automatic charging from your iTunes account when you install apps. And so it's an important login, and it's probably one of your more important ones to keep the password safe and secure for. If you back up your iPhone to iCloud and you lose, or someone else knows your password, they can download your backup and then sort of root through your phone backup and get access to your private stuff. So be aware of that. And all those types of capabilities to violate privacy by use of the cloud are on these much newer operating systems. I'm not saying this one in particular, but the more you stay current on your operating system software and mainstream current, so we're talking probably iOS, Android, maybe Windows, the more capabilities for authorities to get into your system there's going to be. It's just the way it is. It's the world we live in. No surprises there. So there's always going to be a sort of a area of computing where people try and keep, and so I'm doing the download here. don't want to like double or triple download with all these different things. Well, I can download iTunes. It won't necessarily do the install there. And it's interesting. It's now going to show me one update available. Updates are restart required. We'll do that update. Oh, it wants to know whether to restart now. Security updates. Oh, that is the iTunes request. So I don't want to do that while Yosemite is still downloading. I want to get that download finished and the operating system upgraded before I start upgrading iTunes. I'll do OS first and then iTunes. And ScreenFlow will just have to wait until the next time it bugs me. And so now maybe I'll get started. It's an interesting point here that I'm at. You can see at Alarm Pi previously, I was doing my development work on the Raspberry Pi. You can see because that's the host name. Oh my goodness, could that still be connected? Oh no, this is local. PWD. Yeah, that's a Mac address, an OS X address because of the /uppercase users. This is one of the differences of Mac Darwin Linux. They've just got a different root directory structure than the rest of the industry. Even in many other ways, the Mac is even more POSIX compliant than Linux. In some ways, it's annoyingly different. It would not be /uppercase users, or proper case, I should say, if it were a Linux or a more pure Unix environment. So let me think. Since it's running local, I should be able to go pipulate Python. Pipulate and get it running here, and there is an error. It's already in use, so I'm already running it as a server perhaps, and there it is. I'm already running it as a server. So if on my machine I go to Chrome and I go to localhost :8080, I should get the local running instance, and it's probably going to be a fairly older instance. Maybe, lovely. Reopen. That's the price of going long periods of time without a restart and just letting it go to sleep for a week or hibernate for a week. Interesting. Expected on this login. All right. We want local host 8080. And there is the last version of Pipulate, you will recall. And if you were to go to Drive first, and I pause, and go into your a document that you own. This is a login as me, my personal login. You can see I was working from another computer on the same document because there I am logged in right there as well. But now if I hit that Pipulate bookmarklet, this is what it was on the last time I was doing work on this machine. I actually came so far as to have it do a pop-up in this kind of size and position. But if I go in here, you can tell it still has the username and password fields that were never wired up and implemented, and it has these very simple buttons here, or not buttons, but linked text here. And this Pipulate has not been replaced by a big styled button. And so I quit out. But what I do to show you this wonderful thing called Git is I want to keep this showing. There are some things that I was doing when I was developing on Windows where you don't have tabbed uh, shells. Oops. So what do I want here? Okay, I'll just keep this showing here on this side, and then I'll make this smaller. So now you can see that running. Now I do pwd to see where I am. I'm in the correct directory. Now watch this. I go git status. Okay, I only changed to one of those compiled files, which I should probably filter out. PYC means it's the compiled C version of my global variables, which doesn't really matter that much. So I don't need to worry about the changes here. So I can do a git pull and see the server on the right hand side restart. I'll have to make sure I position my headshot during this video so you don't miss this detail. Merely by doing a git pull, that server has stopped and restarted, such that if you went back here and you hit that bookmarklet again, you've got the new UI. See? You've got the new UI. And if you go like this, there's that guy there, which I would like to use to replace this old bookmarklet, because after each git pull, you actually need to delete and put back a bookmarklet to keep in step with the step I'm on in the project, because I might very well change the bookmarklet in the course of the project, meaning bookmarklets must be updated. Now, if you use it on a Chrome browser and your bookmarks are synchronized, the good news is you only have to do it once on any machine you sit down at, and then all your changes will propagate out. Now, this is the culmination of all these OAuth 2 authentication videos you heard me talking about. First, let me try to just pipulate outright. Not logged in. Please log in. You open this. Oh, there's some interesting things. Log in with Google. Hey, look at this. We've got a confirmation account. I choose me. And then it says, Pipulate would like to do the following things. I hit accept, and here we are. Now I hit Pipulate and watch what happens to these question marks. Question mark replacement with the output of the functions. Well, what functions? The functions that are sitting over here, which we can type vim space pipulate. I hit Shift G to jump to the bottom of the document in Git. And it's this function here, func1, see that? Out of function 1 and function 2, which takes param1 and param2 and appends them together. It's string replacement. This is return the value, whatever's in param1, space, whatever's in param2. And how does that manifest? That manifests as hello from here, combining with word from here, and outputting as the two of them together with a space in between. Same in that other location, whoops, with spam, eggs. And so what I need to do today probably is, since Pipulate is at an awesome, wonderful point, I need to either A, host it on a domain and pay for this thing running for all you folks, or B, get it running on Linux, the portable server that I already have developed. It's my respin of Linux, and make the two live together in perfect harmony. So whenever anyone wants to do anything with this, they download a Linux, they open it on their desktop, they go to localhost 8080 on that same machine, and it's running as if it was installed natively on their own machine. And that's where I'm going with this, so that this is an SEO Swiss Army knife in a more true sense than doing a bunch of stuff. But you can put it on a server that you could carry around in your pocket. This server here could be running this app. Pop it in your pocket, go anywhere, plug it in, connect to the machine. You've got everything you need hosted right there in that same location. You carry it with you. There is no connection to any outside services unless you're using Google Docs for the user interface. That's one connection it'll make. And unless you're, let's see, doing things that require connecting to other APIs. So this can run fairly self-contained because it can work against a CSV file, but what's the point of running something against every cell in a spreadsheet that has a question mark in it if it's not going to go out to the internet and look something up from some other service? If you could calculate it locally, you wouldn't need applications like this. So it is made to live on, connected to the internet, but where the code actually sits and executes and runs can be in a large variety of places, everywhere from your local machine, which is the way I'm hosting it now. All this stuff is actually running right in this Mac. Hey, look, it's time to continue the upgrade. Or you could run it on external servers, microservers like the Raspberry Pi, or you could run it in cloud instances like the Amazon Computing Cloud or Rackspace, or I'm sure Google and Microsoft offer something equivalent in terms of a bare bones Linux server. And so run anywhere and support these wonderful apps that I'm about to show you how to build. This is a platform essentially that'll have a great default behavior, but people who want to invest a little bit into learning Python will be able to push this thing to incredible heights. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I'll finish this upgrade and check in with you later after I'm on Yosemite. Thanks for joining me. Talk to you soon.